Today's cryptid is the Boojum of North Carolina. Put him on the board, Anna. The Boojum of North Carolina. Hello there, welcome back to Creepy American Cryptids. Today's episode takes place in the western side of North Carolina, where a strange hairy beast has been encountered. During this episode, we will explore the area where the monster was sighted, a description of the creature, the documented encounters with this cryptid, and what the Boojum of North Carolina may actually be. The setting. The Boojum is reported to dwell in an area of the Balsam Mountains in Haywood County near Waynesville, North Carolina. Because the majority of the sightings have occurred in this area, this part of the mountain range is sometimes known as the Boojum Mountains. Many locals claim it is the location of this cryptid's home. It is believed that the Boojum lives in a series of hidden caves within the mountains. The creature. The Boojum is described as a bipedal humanoid male of about 7 to 8 feet tall. This creature is often reported to have shaggy hair covering its entire body, but possessing a human-like face. The monster is also described as being half man and half beast. This cryptid is known for having a few personality quirks that are not typical of these types of creatures. The Boojum is said to enjoy collecting gems that it finds in the mountains. These gems are plentiful in this mountain range, and this beast has an eye for shiny objects. However, the Boojum does not just have an eye for shiny gems, he also has an eye for the ladies. It is reported that this monster loves watching young ladies bathing in the rivers and lakes around the area. Unfortunately, the Boojum's game is weak, and most of the ladies run away terrified when they catch a glimpse of his face as he is caught staring at them. Fortunately, a day came when his gaze was met by a young lady who did not flee in fear. Reports vary, stating that her name was either Annie or Maggie, so we'll stick with Annie. Annie looked deep into the Boojum's eyes and saw a lonely soul filled with sadness. They fell in love and, according to some reports, even got married. Sadly, this was years before proper electric hair trimmers were invented, and it is likely that Annie spent decades pulling wads of hair out of her mouth. Apparently, when wandering the mountains together, if Annie and the Boojum got separated from each other, they would make a hooting sound to find each other. Locals state that this is the origin of the word hootenanny, but further research is needed to verify this claim. The encounters. The Boojum was first sighted by North Carolina locals in the early 1900s. During this time, a rich land developer named S.C. Satterthwaite built the Eagle's Nest Hotel high up in the North Carolina mountains. The hotel was an extravagant establishment. However, the sudden appearance of this unusual and frightening-looking creature made people hesitant to stay at the luxurious hotel. The Peeping Boojum. As stated earlier, a common encounter involves the Boojum spying on ladies while they bathe in the mountain streams. These encounters would lead to angry mobs of men trying to track down the Boojum, but he was never caught. Gemstones and moonshine. Although people rarely find the Boojum's cave, when they do, it endangers his huge hoard of gemstones that he collects. To combat would-be thieves, the Boojum hides his gems in the bottom of stone jugs. He then fills these jugs the rest of the way with his powerful homemade moonshine. When people find his jugs, they try to drink the moonshine to get to the gems and end up blacking out. Once this happens, the Boojum retrieves his gems and jugs, and the would-be thieves wake up empty-handed with an enormous headache. Theories. Oddly, there are a limited amount of theories regarding this cryptid. Most researchers and eyewitnesses simply believe that this creature is a hairy half-man, half-beast that roams the mountains looking for love and gemstones. Conclusions. Some believe that the Boojum was a real creature and that his children still stalk the Balsam Mountains. The first sighting occurring in the 1900s, and sightings continue to occur to the present day. This length of time leads to many speculators to believe that the Boojum and Annie had children. These children, now grown, are the source of modern-day sightings of the Boojum. We may never have answers to all the questions and theories posed on this cryptid. However, one thing is for certain, something has, and perhaps still, is roaming the Balsam Mountains of North Carolina. So if you're ever deep in the woods of Haywood County, and you hear an unusual hootenanny occurring, or if you feel like you're being watched while taking a dip in the mountain streams, the Boojum could be nearby. Just remember not to drink out of any stone jugs. That stuff can make you blind. See you next time, folks. A tale as old as time, gemstones and moonshine. Boojum is a beast.